Good morning everyone and welcome to Trucking Along. It's exciting to get these new stamp sets, and this one is from Online Exclusive. So this is going to be, I think, a lot of people's favourites because you can do so much with this one. So let's get started. I'm going to bring the camera down. Sorry about my hand for 1 minute while I get this set up. Okay, so I'm also using one of the Online Exclusive papers, and this is the One Horse Open Sleigh pack. It's got some beautiful cardstock in it, 6x6, but I'm using this one today. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to cut this at 13.5. No, sorry, I'm going to cut it at 9.5, and I'm sort of looking that I want the little deer in there, so I'm going to move this along a little bit so I get some trees on this side, trim that off, and then I'm going to turn it around and do it at 9.5 here because I want trees on either side of that little deer there, which is really lovely. And then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm sort of thinking I'll take a little bit off the top. Sometimes you can take a little bit off the bottom, but I'm going to take a little bit off the top, which is really lovely. And then we have our Designer Series piece of paper that is 9.5 by 13.5 in centimetres. Now, I sort of was looking at thinking trucking is not just for men. Women do drive trucks as well, so I thought I'd go with a pink today because it sort of blends in with the top of the sky. So this is Blushing Bride, and it's been one of my favorites. It really is. It's a beautiful pink. I love it. It's not light pink. It's yeah, it's just gorgeous. I love it anyhow. And by 14, so 10 by 14 for this one, and we need 2 of them. So we're going to do another one, and I should have cut it 10 by 14. I should have cut it at 14 across like this, because if you cut it this way and not the other way that I just did, you'll get 2 mats out of it. Like doing it the first way, you only get 1. So that's a little gold nugget to put up your sleeve, is to make sure you know which way to cut your paper to get the best out of it. Okay, so if you want 2, you're better off cutting it this way. Okay, so I have now 2 pieces of our mat, which is 10 by 14. Then we're going to cut our card, and our card is going to be 14.5, and we're going to flip it around and score it at 10.5. These are all measurements in centimetres, and you use your light scoring blade to do that on your paper trimmer. Your dark one is your paper cutter. I love our trimmer. It's got an arm. It's fantastic. So you can measure out 12 by 12 papers. It's got lots of little areas where you can line up as well, which I love that in the paper trimmer as well. Our dark blade, they're easy to come out, so you just bring it down to where the little hole is here, and they will pop out there. And you can pull the arm out and put, this one's inches, but you can actually buy a centimetre one for, I think it's about $7, and you can put this centimetre one in. So I hope you enjoy using the cutter, because cutters are really good. You need a good cutter when you're making cards. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to come in with our trucking, our little truck stamp, and I'm sort of going to bring our truck onto the page. I want to bring it onto the page, and we're going to colour it from here on the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to come down and pick up my truck. I'm going to use Memento Black ink, which is this one here, if you haven't used Memento before. Memento is fantastic for if you want to use your blends as well, but if you've got stays on, I wouldn't use your blends with stays on because they will bleed. So I'm going to bring the truck in here. So we've got our truck there, and then the thing that I love about this one is it's a two-step stamp. And we've got the one to colour it, so we don't even have to really colour it, so we can colour it with ink. You can colour it with blends if you want to, but today I'm just going to show you the very simplest way to do it, and you're just going to do it with our ink. Now the one thing, if you've been playing with this and you've had finger marks on it, it gets a little oil base on it, so sometimes your ink won't pick up where your fingerprints have been. So it's a really good idea that if you have been using it a bit, give it a bit of a clean on your chamois. Okay, now our chamois are fantastic. I wouldn't live without our chamois. You just wet them under cold water, and these containers you can actually get a set of 4 from our annual catalogue, so you can order them, or you can order them straight from the online shop. So I've decided that we'll go with, I'm sort of looking at it and thinking, oh, what colour do I want to do this ute today? And I'm thinking I'll go with Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue is a nice colour, so we'll go with that one. And I'm not sure what favourite people have in the way. Now the other thing you want to make sure when you're actually inking this up, that you don't, if your ink's really wet, that you don't go into the little slots here. Okay, there's little slots that have got the lines to outline your wheel rims and highlights and things like that. So just be a little bit mindful of that. So we're just going to line it up and come down and press down. Okay, so it's coloured our ute now, and you'll be able to see now what I'm talking about. You've got your little white lines here. They're your little highlight lines. Okay, if your ink's really wet, sometimes you can fill them up and you won't get these gorgeous little highlight lines on your image. So just be a little bit mindful if your ink's really wet to just press very lightly into your ink. Okay, so we have also on here, we can actually be taking Christmas presents. We can be doing Christmas trees, presents. There's so many different things that you can be putting in here in the back of the truck. You've even got a little one here that puts in, which we will use now, so I can share that with you. This one also puts in a little grid around it, so like a farmer's truck. So you got little legs on here, like the little stumps, so make sure that it's going the right way. And we'll grab our little block. Now when you've got the photopolymer stamp, which is this one here, it's a see-through one, sometimes you might want to come in and bring your mat underneath. I'm just going to grab my mat. Oh, sorry, it's just sitting over the other side. Now sometimes you find with little things like this, you need a little bit more padding, because the photopolymer ones don't have the padding in between them like the wood block ones. Okay, so like this, my poor old Angel Policy one that I've used over and over again has got padding in there. Okay, so when I stamp down with my wood block or the clear blocks, they have that padding. So let's put this one on now. And he doesn't even have to have anything along in the truck if he doesn't want to. We're going to line the little feet up, or the little timber parts coming down, with right on the edge of that ute. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we've got the lines right on the end of that. And you can sort of see we have the little grate, that or the little wooden box in there. And because it is two-step, we get one to colour it as well, which is really great. I love the idea of the two-step stamps. Who loves using two-step stamps? Leave it in the comments what you love, because yeah, I'd love to read and get your feedback on what you love also and get to know you as a person. Okay, so we're going to get the little filling one now. And they're only tiny, so make sure that you put them straight back into your stamp. I also love the stamp cases because they've got all the images in here. So as you use them, you can place them back over the image. The good thing about this is that you would always know one's missing because there'll be a blank space, so you can go looking for it straight away. I love that little tip too because you don't want to lose them. So we're going to come in with copper clay. Copper clay is one of the new 2023-2025 in colours. We had a beautiful colour refresh this year, which is awesome. I love colour refreshes because we get lots of beautiful colours that are trendy colours that are in, and I love that. So we're going to come down and we're going to line this up over the top. And you can sort of see that you've got your little grate in there now. It looks really great. Okay, so that's not hard to do, and it's really lovely to have that little grate in there. And then I'm going to just clean that and put the lid back on here. And while I'm putting the lid back onto my ink pad, I'm just going to quickly go through the ink pad with you. Ours pull out and flip over. So the ink pad is always facing downwards so that this is always wet. Okay, so the ink pad is stored this way. You don't have to store them upside down. They clip in, they've got little feet or little marks in here so that other can sit on top. So they can sit in top and lock into one another, which is really great because you can sort of see they lock in. They also have the name, copper clay, underneath that you can peel off and you can put onto the front. So when they're in your container, you can sort of see that yeah, the copper clay is going through. You can sort of see that. So that's really good too. Okay. I hope they didn't come up on my video. I'll have to check. Okay, so we've got our little thing in. So I just thought we might put in a, we're not in the beach area. We're not doing Christmas, so we don't want Christmas. So I don't really want to put flowers. So I think I'll just leave it with the little truck in it today and we'll make it very simple. And then I just want to share with you how to do the tires. So with your tires on the car, this lines up like this onto the bottom. So sometimes I like to line it up and make sure that it's in there and then bring my block down too, because that's another way. But we're going to use the markers. Now these are our beautiful new Stampin'Up markers. They need to be stored horizontal. Okay, so the ink stays wet on both sides. If you have them vertical like this, this side will dry out. They also have a great little grip there, so make sure that you hold the little grip when you're pulling the lid off. Okay, it will make it so much easier. We're going to come around here and colour on our tire trim and the little centre. Now the one thing that I like to do is just do little marks like this because it looks like a little tire then when you stamp it out. So you know how the tires have got the tread on it? It makes it look like it's got a bit of tread on it, which I really love. So we're going to come across and do this one as well. And then just do your little tread marks. It does look really awesome when you do this. Okay, now you need to huff on it. And the reason you need to huff on it is it brings the moisture back to the top of the stamp. And then we're going to line it up, and it should be pretty well lined up. If you line the circles up, you're pretty well going to go down exactly where they've got to go. And you can see, I'm going to hold this up, you can see how it looks like the tires have now got tread. very quick and easy little gold nugget tip there. Really simple. Okay, so also on here, we're going to make this one a special delivery. So we're going to come in with the special delivery sign. So it could be special delivery for a birthday, could be for an anniversary, it could be thinking of you. Anything you like, you could do a special delivery. And I have some little white tags here that I cut out of the fishing one. It's got a little fishing tackle box, and these little pieces come out of it, and I love the idea of keeping these. I'm just going to see if I've got the fishing one up here. Gone fishing, that's what it's called, gone fishing. And when you have the little tackle box like this is the little tackle box. It's really cute. These little pieces come out from here, but God, they make really good little banners for you, or little pieces for you to stamp on. So we're going to come in with our special delivery on here. So I'm going to grab a block and come in with my special delivery. I'm going to line it up actually. I do like to line things up. People that know me know that. Yeah, nothing worse than having something crooked. So if you can line it up onto your paper. So I was thinking I'll come in with the same blue, come in with the Balmy Blue for our little sign here. Okay, special delivery, and we'll bring that in. Sorry, just line him up and then bring him in right at the top here. Beautiful, special delivery. And then you can bring in some nice ribbon around this to do a little bow as well. And I thought I might bring in the, I'm just looking at the colours here. I've got a few colours on the table here. And I'm just going to see which one I like better. I think I like the darker one better. So I'm just going to come in with a bit of this. I'm just going to do it very easy and fold this in half because I want a narrow little strip. So this is another really great gold nugget, guys. It really is. Now I'm just going to get my tear tape. Okay, grab my tear tape. And you can do this a couple of ways before I do this. Let me just grab my scissors and I'll share this with you. So we can tuck it underneath and fold that in half, or we can already grab a little piece off here and we can tie this around. I might do it from here, it's easier. Do it from the thing, because sometimes you need that little bit extra length in your hand just to tie a knot. You can tie a knot right in there. It's a really lovely way of doing it, but it's a little bit thicker this way. So I'm going to cut that one on an angle and cut this one on an angle. And you need really sharp scissors. These are my paper scissors. They're not sharp for cutting ribbon. But then you can bring this in around the back here like this. So you can see it's a little bit thick for this one, but I just wanted to share that one with you. So you can do it with the knot, but we're going to do it this way today. We're going to fold it in half, and we're going to have the opening at the bottom. So we're going to fold it in half. We're going to turn it over to the back where it's in half, and we're going to get that tear tape, and we're going to place that over the half fold because we want it to stay in half. And then we're going to bring it across. And I love that this has got sort of like 2 tones to it as well, this ribbon. So the back side that I'm using today is lighter than the other one, the front side, which I folded under. So we're just going to fold this under. I'm just going to find my, should have grabbed this first. Who loves tear tape that when you need to have it, tear it off first, then put it there ready to go, because you need 10 pairs of hands. So we're going to fold that again, sorry about that, and go right over to this end here, and then come down with that tear tape. Make sure that you really stick it down, and then you can cut this off. Okay, so you've got that nice little bit. Don't worry about the tear tape hanging down there, because you can roll that back. Okay, then we're going to get, and I'm going to grab a little bit bigger piece, because it is very hard to roll this and fold it and cut it all at the same time. So we're going to put that up in here. Going to make sure that it's rolled in half. This just gives you a thinner ribbon if you don't have one, which is really good. I'm just going to get that rolled in half, and then we're going to just come around and do a knot. Because sometimes if you do a really big piece on here, it's just too awkward, you know, and you don't want that really big piece. Then you've got 2 options. You can fray it down and have a little bit of fray happening in there, okay, which is really lovely. So you've got this little like fray bit here. You can do the same on this side. Just fray it down as far as you want to. Go down just a little bit more. I love fraying the ribbon. It gives it a very different effect. Okay, cut that off. So we've got our little fray bits out of the way, but have a look how gorgeous the fray really does look on here. So this is a special delivery. Now this bit here, where we've got this on here, you can actually just peel that bit back and just roll that bit of tape back. Okay, it's fine. The same with this one. Peel the back off and then just roll. Oh, we don't want the fray to get in it. Roll that back. Okay, now I'm going to use dimensions on here, so I'm going to grab my dimensions. So I'm going to bring in 2 up the top. Now that makes it the same thickness as the ribbon now. Okay, so if we want it to rise up even more, you can, but because we've got the glue down there, we've got the dimensions there, we can pop that onto our front of our card here with our little special delivery. And this fray bit looks fantastic on here. Okay, so we're going to now make the card and finish putting it together. So we have I did have my blushing bride cut here. So we have our blushing bride pieces that we're going to put our card onto. And I've got a girlfriend that's a trucker, and she would love something like this. So if you have a friend that's a lady trucker or a man trucker, but I'm using pink, the beautiful blushing bride on this today. Beautiful delivery, special delivery. It could be for a birthday, it could be for anniversary, it could be for get well, it could be anything that you want to add to the inside of your card, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's go down here and pop this on the front of the card. You know, there's so much more you can do with this. You can add ruffles to it. You can, There's so much we can do. Okay, so in the inside, put our blushing bride. And then you're going to cut out a white piece to go on the inside here. So we'll get that paper trimmer back up. This is one of the first things you really need if you haven't card made before, is you're going to need a really good paper trimmer. I use mine every day. So that was 13.5, and now we're going to line it up at 9.5. And this will fit into the mat area really good. Okay, so now this is going to go into this section here. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed day 1 of our trucking along video. So this is the one we made. Now, if you were on my Facebook page yesterday, we made this one, our little Christmas one. So I do live on Facebook as well. So at Teresa Brown Stamping. So you can always pop over there and see. So we made this Christmas card. This is the one we made today. And I'll be doing a class sharing with you how to do something a little bit more like this coming up soon. So keep an eye out, because we've got our trucking coming up for the next, I think it's 8 days. I think I do 8 sessions of each of them. So we'll have trucking along for 8 days starting from today. So that's very exciting. So I hope you enjoy trucking along with Teresa, and yeah, we're going to make some beautiful different cards with this gorgeous little set. Thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to leave a comment, because every comment that goes into my gift giving at the end. It's the first Thursday of every month. Over on my Facebook page, I do Thursday night at 7:30, and I draw some lucky person out. Now, if you're a global person, you still please leave a comment, because I know I can't send Stampin'Up product to you, but I do send out some really beautiful Aussie coasters to my global friends. So please leave a comment. Tell me where you're from, where you come from, and what you love about card making. And I'm sure we'll all meet up again one day very soon in the next class. God bless you all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.